All right, everyone. Welcome to today's lesson. Today we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be looking in our packets. We're going to do the lab called the Cookie Lab. Okay, we're going to do the Cookie Lab. It's one of my favorite labs because I enjoy cookies so much. All right, so if you open up to your packets to the Cookie Lab, I'm not sure exactly what page that is, but it turns to, it says observing and identifying matter. Observing and identifying matter. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at this and we're going to say, well, matter is anything that has mass and has mass and volume. Okay? Mass is the amount of matter. We've talked about that, is the amount of matter in an object, which we usually measure in grams or kilograms. Volume is the amount of space that it occupies. And mass and volume are two physical properties of matter. Okay, they're physical properties. They identify that type of matter. Will be described in other ways. We talked about the physical properties such as ductility and solubility and density and thermal conductivity. What else did we say there was? I'm trying to think of what those 7 were that we talked about. We also could take a look at things and identify things by color and texture and shape and hardness and all those wonderful things for physical properties as well. For today, what we're going to do is we are going to take a look at some cookies. Okay, we're going to take a look at some cookies, and you need to find the cookie that I start with. Okay, so I'm going to start with a certain cookie, and then I'm going to mix it up. And you're going to have to try to find the original cookie that we started with. Okay, the original cookie that we started with. And we're going to use some of those physical properties to help us find that. So mass, color, shape, texture, those types of things to do that. So here we go. I am going to pick the cookie from random. I'm going to pick this random cookie, and we're going to come over here, and let's take a look at this cookie, all right? All right, so here is our cookie. Okay, you can take a look at our cookie. Now, you want to look at all the, things that make this cookie unique. Okay, what makes this cookie unique? There are all, you're going to look at the shape, we look at the color, we look at where the chocolate chips are located, and then if I turn this over, there's kind of what it looks like on the back side. If I turn it around, all right, there we go. We kind of get an idea of what that cookie is going to look like. Turn that back over here, okay? There's our cookie. So we want to look at that cookie as much as possible and see what makes that cookie unique. What physical properties does that have that the other cookies do not have? All right, another thing we can look at is a physical property. We know that mass is a physical property of matter. Okay, we know that mass is a physical property of matter. So if I take my cookie, which would make this different than most cookies, is we want to find the mass of that cookie. So it looks like the mass of that cookie is 4.7 grams. Okay, so our cookie is about 4.7 grams. Now I want you to go back and I want you to take a look at that cookie, pause the video, and I want you to write down 10 things. 10 things that make that cookie different from all the other things. So like, think about that, like that cookie just committed a crime and the cops asked you, how would you be able to tell that that cookie was different than all the other ones? So I want you to write down 10 things, and I'll put a picture up on the video here that you can pause that make this cookie different from all the other ones. Okay, what makes this cookie unique? Go ahead and do that now. All right, now I want you to make 5 pictures. Draw 5 pictures on page 34 in your packet of what your cookie looks like. Okay, use those 5 boxes there to draw what the front and back of your cookie looks like. And I'll, make a picture of it and post it on here so you can pause the video. All right. So now what I want you to do is I'm going to run 10 different cookies. We're going to have like a cookie lineup here and say that one cookie, our cookie is committed a crime. And we have to define what's wrong with it. Which one is our cookie? I'm going to run 10 different cookies through here. I want you to look at those cookies. And at the end, we're going to ask for you to think what number cookie do you think committed the crime, or which cookie did you have to start? So here is cookie number 1. Okay, look carefully at cookie number 1. All right, there's cookie number 1. And there's right there. Then kind of look at it. And here's the back side. Okay, there's cookie number 1. That's cookie number 1. All right, there's cookie number 1. All right, cookie number 2. Cookie number 2. Here is cookie number 2. Okay, there it is. There's the cookie. That's number 2. All right, going around, look at that cookie. Here's the back side of that cookie. All right, that's cookie number 2. Okay, that's cookie number 2. Which cookie do you think it is? Careful. It helps maybe if you drew out that cookie, if you drew out the beginning cookie. All right, that's cookie number 2. Here's cookie number 3. Cookie number 3. There's cookie number 3. Does that look like our cookie that we started with? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. All right, there's cookie number 3. Remember, you can pause this video and take a look very closely at it and see if this one is different than the other ones. Here's cookie number 4. Cookie number 4. Okay, cookie number 4. All right, there's cookie number 4. Here's the back side. Okay, there's cookie number 4. All right, I wonder which one it would be. Cookie number 4. All right. Okay, and our last cookie, cookie number 5. There's cookie number 5. Which one do you think it is? Which one? Which one of these do you think that it was? Okay, which one do you think that it was? All right. Now, we're going to take these same cookies over and we're going to weigh them and see if they what they weigh. What not weigh them, but find the mass of them. Find the mass of our cookies. All right, just wait. We're going to do that right now. All right, so here are our cookies, the mass of each one of our cookies. So if you remember from the beginning, we found the mass of each cookie. Here's cookie number 1. Okay, there's cookie number 1. It was 4.5 grams. Here is cookie number 2. 4.8 grams. Cookie number 3. 4.7 grams. Cookie number 4. 5 grams, and cookie number 5, 4.7 grams. All right, to finish up the cookie lab, let's talk about those 3 questions, or 4 questions. First one says, question number 1, what kind of observations, descriptions were most helpful when identifying those cookies? Okay, what things made you be able to figure out that cookie a little bit faster than before? And then number 2, what kind of observations or descriptions were not helpful? What things did not help you when you're trying to determine the one cookie from the next? Okay, answer those questions in your packet. We'll talk about those in class.